Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. I forced myself to watch most of the Republican convention last night, and I have to admit that they gave some very good speeches, as long as you weren't too fussy about the truth. Condoleezza Rice painted a rosy picture of the George W. Bush administration. If I hadn't lived through it myself, I would have believed that he was an incredible, heroic leader instead of the incompetent boob who blundered into two wars and whose tax cuts for the rich exploded our national debt. Not to mention that his stubborn insistence on ignoring the threat of Al Qaeda cleared the way for the 9/11 attacks. They also released a George W. Bush tribute video, which is kind of like putting the worst hitter in baseball in the Hall of Fame. John McCain was among several Republicans advocating war with Iran and Syria. And of course, there was Paul Ryan, who painted himself as a defender of Medicare, even though he wants to destroy it. Didn't mention Social Security, but he wants to destroy that too. According to Republicans, the fact that Obama hasn't started a war is some kind of foreign policy failure. And asking the rich to pay their fair share of taxes is punishing them for being successful. Naturally, there were a lot of harsh criticisms of Obama, but no mention of the fact that they want to return to the policies that created the recession in the first place. And all of them mentioned Obama's "you didn't build that" line, completely out of context. So let's deal with that one once and for all. If there are any business people out there, please let me know if you ever built a bridge, or a highway, or a railroad, or created an internet. There was a lot of lying, flat out lying. Paul Ryan mentioned a plant in his hometown and blamed Obama for its closure, omitting to mention the fact that it closed during the Bush administration. When confronted about these lies, one of Mitt Romney's campaign people said, "We're not going to have our campaign run by fact checkers." Basically saying, we're going to lie our asses off and hope the American people buy it. Naturally, they'll get a lot of help from Fox. There was little mention of social issues. I guess they don't want to remind people about vaginal probes and having the government force women who are raped to carry their children to term. No mention of personhood, traditional marriage, no mention of equal pay. Tonight it's Mitt Romney's turn to try to convince America that he has what it takes to run this country. Now, he hasn't even convinced his own party of that, but they'll do a good job of faking enthusiasm for him. So it will be up to him to convince us that lowering his taxes to less than 1% while raising taxes for the rest of us and starting two new wars is going to make America a better place. Good luck with that. Thanks for listening.